Well, guys, it's now time to react to another monster truck event. As we just saw last time out, Minneapolis Freestyle, where great Merdenis got the freestyle victory and such. As we're now back to Monster Jam 2001, as we're now off to Jacksonville. Oh man, remember the wild event we had last year? Where Tom got the racing win with a broken tire. Pablo got the freestyle win for Gravedigger. Oh, and also Lyle won in Wrenchhead as well. So yeah, let's see what happens here as we're on to Jacksonville. And then after that, just Pontiac. And then, oh boy, World Finals 2. I cannot wait for that. So let's get ready for racing here in Jacksonville.
If you want extreme, car-crushing, full-throttle action,
I like how the preview shows freestyle, but it's actually racing. Also, that's Raging Steel, which is the first time we see Raging Steel, although not for me. The first time I saw it was World Finals 2, which we'll get to later on. I think it's only 8 trucks here as well.
And ready to turn that around. But don't forget Gunslinger Scott Hartsock.
Remember, Scott Hartsock, remember last year made the finals here in Jacksonville. I'm sure he would want revenge on that.
Monster Jam starts now.
I'm also really curious about the racing, because it said in the video, the title, that's Chicago style, but I don't think Chicago style was really invented until 2004. I'm pretty sure it looked like J-Hook. But we'll see later on what's going to be.
Hello and welcome to TNN's Monster Jam.
Yeah, it looks like 8 trucks and such.
Outdoors, Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this. Because racing, I don't know that much about racing. Like, I know freestyle better, but I don't know much about racing here.
We're excited about what's going to happen.
Like I said before, most events after, like, Indianapolis, I don't have good memories of, because I didn't really watch them after World Finals 2. Alright, let's see. Sports, Scott Hartsock, Gunslinger.
Scott Hartsock brings the Gunslinger.
Last time he struggled in Houston, remember?
Raging Steel, a Hall of Fame caliber driver, takes over this new truck. It's Gary Porter.
Hey, first time we're seeing Gary Porter, too, and there's Bulldozer. That's Guy Wood now instead of Steve Reynolds. His Bulldozer. Been a long time since we've seen Guy Wood, Medusa. I think this is the first time we've seen Guy Wood since World Finals 1.
She is good. Another Florida native in the
Jack
house
Reptoid,
tonight.
so is that
Jim
now, like
Jack
5
brings
trucks?
back the awesome Reptoid. And we'll get another look at Harold Reynolds. He's been very impressive here this season. In that
Not
big
really.
Dodge,
Other than winning freestyle in Indianapolis, that was undeserved.
And
here we go, of course, Dennis Anderson.
Dennis Anderson. He pilots the very famous Gravedigger.
And of course, Tom Mintz. So yeah, it's 8 trucks like last year.
Tom Mintz and Goldberg. A lot of horsepower under that truck.
So, let's see.
Douglas, he loves this type of track we're going to be racing on tonight.
Well, it's going to be a double U-turn, what we call St. Louis style, and it really gives a guy like Goldberg a chance to get all that truck.
So far, it looks like Chicago, but let's see what happens here.
Go through lots of horsepower because the straightaways are good size.
The 2 turns, I think, are very, very critical. Not only do you have to have horsepower, but you have to...
Oh, so it is Chicago style. Okay. All right, so this is Chicago style. First time we're seeing it. Like, that shows how little of this event for racing I know, because I didn't even remember what the exact racing set was. For the other events, I kind of did know.
He's ready to rock in Gunslinger.
Yeah, like when it comes to racing, this event might be like the least memory I have. Like Jacksonville, I did not watch that much.
He wants to get back on that winner stage.
So yeah, first time we're seeing Chicago style racing with Cortez. As you all know, God, starting like in 2004, all the way up to like the mid to late 2010s became like the standard racing set for Monster Jam, which I hated.
Let's go down to Dan and Scott.
So yeah, there we go. At least we now know it's Chicago style racing. I would like to hear what Scott Stevens is going to say, because this is a new racing style, but I don't got time. I got to get this all done like in 2 hours before work. Alright, so here we go for qualifying. Tom Mintz. But who is he going up against? Look like Medusa. Yep.
For this track just a little bit. See if he really
yeah, Medusa had a little bit of struggle to turn.
Well, it is, but it may be even more important for somebody like Medusa with not the experience that Mintz has to get a feel for this.
Yeah, Tom's destroying. Although he did not have a good turn right there at the end. He had to slow down and reline up. He had a lot of struggles right there. 23-22.
22 for Tom Mintz. Medusa, a little over 27 seconds.
All right, but yeah, let's see how Tom did in that first turn, because we saw Medusa. Oh, he went a little wide right there. He didn't have the best turn. But he does have the one time, so that's the bench for right now.
A lot of room for improvement
I learned a lot in the first go-around, and good thing we qualified.
Don't tell anybody else you had a terrible round, okay?
I think I did, but, hey, I'll give it all
Hey.
I got. These fans.
I mean, he
man,
has
they're
Scott
awesome here in
Hartsock,
Jacksonville.
he has Dennis
That's the best
Anderson,
part
and of
about
course
this time.
Gary Porter. We'll see how he does. It isn't the first time I saw him though. I remember I saw him in World Finals 2 when I saw Spider-Man for the first time, but this is the first time we're seeing Raging Steel, except for me. And I'll wait to see what happens.
Welcome back to Jacksonville, the St. Johns River. Oh, what a beautiful spot it is in Alltel Stadium, right beside this river in the downtown area. Here's the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And tonight, well, it's the home of monster trucks, and we've got some good ones.
Full on when we look at our field of favorites.
Yeah, with the field not as big, maybe Scott Hartsock could finally have a good event, because other than winning freestyle in Indianapolis, Scott has not done anything really. He's been struggling all year. Only highlights making it to the semifinals twice when Dennis beat him. He's not having a good year compared to last
The guy
year.
who thinks he's really on a roll, Dennis Anderson, getting that brand new Gravedigger machine dialed in, a definite threat.
Yeah,
to
Dennis
get him
got the
another
freestyle win
tonight.
last time in Minneapolis, but he did fuck up in racing with that penalty.
Is back on the circuit.
But yeah, that's true as well. Tom's been struggling recently. Remember, he hasn't won anything in the last 2 weeks. 4 events in a row we've seen where he hasn't done anything. Again, I would like to watch Gary Porter's thing, but we don't have time. I have to get all this done before work. And I mean all of it.
If you don't, you're going to lose the first round.
Alright, looked like he was going up against Jim Jack. This will be interesting.
Boy, it's great to
An
see
eventual
Gary
Hall of
Porter
Famer.
back. We'll
Let's
continue
see
now
how he does.
qualifying. One of the real veterans, Jim Jack, out of Milton, Florida, will make his qualifying run in Reptoid.
540 cubic inch Chevrolet, and another Chevrolet lines up against him. There he is, Gary Porter, one of the true all-time greats in the sport, out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. Another 540 cubic inch power plant.
Nice air for Jim Jack, even though it's race, not freestyle. Yeah, a little bit of a bad land though. Yeah, Gary did not have a good turn right there. Jim Jack seemed to have better, but it looks like Porter is right there. Whoa, Porter really cut short there. That was a great turn he had. Oh my goodness, that was a great turn he had as he's going to get the victory.
Right now, not a bad run, but certainly nowhere near Goldberg's time.
How is Reptoid have like almost close time? That was not really a photo finish. But yeah, Tom, despite his struggles, he has a 2-second lead on #1 qualifier right now. But man, that last turn Porter had was really, really good. If he did that turn all night, he could be a threat. Oh man.
Old driver, how do you feel?
Hey, I felt pretty good out there. Actually, the truck landed and everything better than what I expected. And, I'd like to qualify it a little bit quicker. But
With the small field, maybe he could be a dark horse tonight.
We're going to have to go out here and just pour the coal to it in this race.
There's some guy who can pour the coal to it. It is Gary Porter. Looking forward to seeing him race in a moment. Qualifying continues.
So we have
in
half the bracket.
in just a moment.
Scott Hart's, not Scott Hart's, Tom is #1. Hey, new ad.
Fantastic, it's awesome.
Look at the power.
And Tom Mintz is totally out of his mind.
That one this one I don't think I've seen before though.
Love to see the monster trucks crash.
Whoa, baby.
You can meet the drivers. You can get their autographs.
Yeah, it is World Finals 2 to see Blacksmith in the background. These are a bunch of World Finals 2 stuff.
Excitement.
Shows that. Oh, I remember that part. Ah, that was so beautiful. But yeah, that part right there with the guy behind Dennis jumping in World Finals 2, that was in Crash Madness 2. Oh man, nostalgia. But yeah, I've never seen that ad before. At least most of that. But that was definitely World Finals 2 afterwards. You know that all this footage is now come up after World Finals 2. Like I said, half the season happened on TV after World Finals 2. So this could be an interesting race. Scott Hartsock and Guy Wood. Let's see.
Has some very talented drivers. We've seen the rookie in recent weeks, Steve Reynolds, but believe me,
Guys should slow down a lot right there.
Knows how to get around a course like this.
All right, good turn for Scott.
Try to figure out these 2 tough turns on this same.
All right, he has the big lead.
Qualifying's a good time to figure it out.
Guy Wood have a right turn, but Scott Hartsock's gonna get the victory. Ooh! I think Scott Hartsock got #1! Oh my goodness, I think Scott Hartsock just edged up for #1 qualifier! Oh my!
Some of them here at Alltel Stadium cheering on the home.
It's very close. I think he just edged up for #1. Oh my goodness.
He's ready for this night.
It's no big deal, obviously, but #1 qualifier sounds kind of nice.
I hope that's not a spoiler.
About anyway. But, yeah, the truck
if Scott holds on, I think he joins Dennis and Tom as the only ones that got #1 qualifier this year. Oh, no, I think Lyle got. I think Lyle swept.
You know,
in
this thing's gonna be shooting
Houston, so I
straight
think he
all
was
night
the
long, firing all
other
its
driver.
cylinders, and,
Dennis
we got
was
a good
number
chance
one
to
in
win this
Houston,
thing right
Tom
here
in
Skittle,
Minneapolis,
Skittle.
Dennis in St. Louis,
You know,
Lyle in
and I
Houston
believe- I
again.
think he does have a
I think it was
And he
Tom
comes to
in
supreme confidence. He
Atlanta,
struggled early this year, Mike, but boy, I'll tell you,
Tom in
Gunslinger
Indianapolis,
seems to
I
be gaining
think.
momentum as we head to the World
Then
Finals
Tom
in just
again
a
in
few
New
weeks.
Orleans,
Driver, Harold Reynolds, in
Tom
his
in
sides,
Houston,
getting ready to qualify.
Tom in
Richard, Dr.
Minneapolis.
Altu.
Yeah, right now Scott Hartsock number one
Yeah,
qualifier, but let's
also
see.
qualifying.
Harold Reynolds against Dennis Anderson. Could maybe Dennis get number one qualifier again?
Out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. He's been running great.
Boy, he really has. You know, the icon seems to have
And here we
a lot of
go.
life here. You know, he struggled so much last year. He's just got so much new enthusiasm now, and he's on a roll right now.
Let's see how Gravedigger does in this turn. He seemed to
Great
have
turn
a
by
whole
Dennis
lot
until he struggled a little bit right there.
Harold Reynolds really had to slow down.
Let's see how he does right here.
Truck turned around.
Oh boy, Dennis. Oh boy. Oh, he slowed down a little bit. That's not good. Oh, he was really close to the edge. Yeah, that was not a good time by Dennis.
Slide the turns. Dennis did it pretty well.
I don't even think he was in the top half.
Though he said he had a bad run, is going to be number one on the grid in Goldberg.
So how about that? Scott Hartsock is number one qualifier. Maybe he'll be a giant threat tonight in racing like he was last year. He hasn't had any luck yet this year. Let's see what happens though when racing comes up. Man, that's a nice surprise. Scott Hartsock number one qualifier for once. Yeah, look at that. I think only the fourth driver to get it. Oh, Dennis got fourth place. Not bad.
Scott Hartsock
I didn't think it was going to be top half.
but he and Goldberg are right there in the same neighborhood.
Gunslinger versus Medusa, Gravedigger versus Wrench Head 2, qualifying rematch. Guy Wood and Rain Steel. That's going to be big. Gary Porter too.
All right, qualifying's in the book. The guys like to do this. The fans get kind of warmed up. They get warmed up. We're in front of him because fastest qualifier. A surprise?
Well, somewhat. You know, I don't think Gunslinger's had the kind of year that he finished off on 2000. It's not really a surprise. You know, we're in Florida, and Gunslinger's going to find something that he may not have anywhere else. And he's running really good here. He's getting through the sand. You know, he probably does a lot of summer shows down here in this kind of dirt where these other guys that are back out on the West Coast that don't. He's getting through the sand really well, and I'll look for maybe it's going to be a Gunslinger Goldberg night.
Well, everybody, that's qualifying. That's exciting, but don't go anyplace. Right back with quarterfinal
Yeah,
action.
round one. I mean, time for round one racing. Cannot wait.
Monster Jam in Jacksonville tonight.
Yeah, I honestly don't even really know who won racing, let alone freestyle. I think Dennis might have gotten freestyle, but too early to say.
Diecast trucks. Get some great videos. All kinds of
Jacksonville might be like the event I know like the least of, other than the events I just saw recently.
With our jammer question a little later on, Scott.
That means you
I
need to pay
cannot wait
attention
for
because
racing
something in
action
this
now.
show is going to be the subject of the jammer question near the end of today's program.
Oh no, I have a feeling that was a spoiler because I think Des, when he raced Reynolds in qualifying, he was in the other lane.
We are ready for monster truck action.
Unfortunately, we can't do that. We gotta get to the event. All right, here we go. Medusa versus Scott Hartsock.
Medusa's here in her own Ford.
Still a little down on experiences.
Medusa's had some solid moments in racing. Maybe this could be a good race, but good luck against Scott Hartsock when he's at his peak. Here we go. Looked like she was like slow on the line right there. Did anyone else notice that?
Hartsock in the first round. It's just like, man, she's got a big.
Yeah, did not have the best turn there. Oh my God, what a turn Scott Hartsock had.
One more to make.
Here we go into turn. He had to slow down a lot to avoid the pole. Oh, Medusa struggled. I don't think Hartsock had the best run, but he's going to win and move on to the semifinals. He had still a very good time. It was better than... Actually, no, I think it was slightly worse than Tom's qualifying time.
Obviously, he's looking good there, but where the other guys, the Andersons and the Mills, are really dirt tracking.
I think he might potentially... Yeah, he would face Dennis if Dennis wins. So that'd be the third time this season Hartsock faces Dennis in the semifinals if Dennis makes it. But right now, Hartsock is your race winner. Yep, there's Medusa's spin out. Really? That's it before commercials? Just one race?
First round action right here on TN.
Right, there we go.
Life is full of choices.
Supercross, monster trucks.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Arena cross.
And I've never seen this ad before.
Freestyle motocross.
Want more information on your choice? It's only a click away.
SFXmotorsports.com.
Interviews, upcoming events,
Merchandise,
and more. From the start line to the finish line.
get online at
By the way, that one doesn't show any highlights from Wolf House 2. It shows Wolf House 1. But yeah, I've never seen that ad before.
Hey, we know many
Yeah.
of you watch us on Friday.
Have you noticed,
nights on
people, like,
CNN, and
during the season, like 2000 and 2001, like I
Love to see
said,
their
I recognize that ad, I recognize that ad. Now we're seeing ones I don't recognize. That's like how little I watched these events post World Finals 2. I told you that, I warned you all. World Finals 2 just took all the energy away. I didn't feel like watching the rest of the season. Because they just could not beat World Finals 2. That's funny. Alright, come on, I want to get to, so I like how they do this. Instead of, here we go, racing now, finally. Harold Reynolds against Dennis Anderson again. They just raced in qualifying. Now they're going to go ahead again. With a matchup against Scott on the line in semifinals. Here we go.
These guys win the start. Good start by Anderson and Gravedigger. Look at Dennis dirt tracking in the turn.
Woo! Oh! Dennis, great turn. Although I think he went too wide, though. But yeah, oh! Careful, Dennis is in trouble! Dennis is in trouble, and he's gonna knock over pole! Oh no, the troubles are back again! Oh no, Dennis! But he has a big lead, maybe Reynolds. Oh, nope, Reynolds got it. Oh man, there was a chance that Reynolds was gonna be so behind it, maybe Dennis could pull it off, but Dennis choked again in racing. What happened?
He knows exactly what happened. Really disappointed.
Oh, looked like rear steer might have fucked him up.
But just got out of shape.
He's lost more to the turning poles this year than the other competitors. He really has.
Oh man, Dennis! How about that though? Harold Reynolds surprising semifinals appearances. He knocks off Dennis.
Obviously throws you out of the next round, but it was one of the best saves we've seen all year. What happened?
Best save there.
Well, I tell you, the track is really sandy. It's real loose, and the turns are a little tricky. This one up here is not as bad as the one at the other end. It's two different turns. You got a long sweeping turn, and you got a little squared off turn at the other end. It's just a loose track, and I'm wild out on the track right now, and if I could have got me a smooth groove going on to start with, I'd probably be on in there at the semifinals right now, but I blew it.
Tough break for Dennis Anderson.
So Reynolds got bailed out. Upset victory. Now it opens up for Scott Hartsock to make the finals. Oh boy. But he's got to watch out for Tom, though. And, of course, we still got to watch out for the big matchup, Gary Porter and Guy Wood. Even Jim Jack's still a solid racer, too. So, other than Reynolds, everyone else is good, solid racer at the bare minimum. So, yeah, can't wait. Here we go, Gary Porter, Guy Wood. This will be interesting.
There he is, Gary Porter. It's really great. I'm excited to see him back. He's going up against another guy who's a veteran, Guy Wood in Bulldozer.
You know, Gary.
Oh man, I cannot wait for this. This will be interesting.
Strange, but seeing him in Rage and Steel back to a stock Chevrolet where Gary Porter made his name as the Carolina Crusher is a neat thing, and of course Bulldozer, one of the awesome new concept trucks. This is a
really nice to see him drive Carolina Crusher. He did like 10 plus years later again, but man, that was like 2 years and that was it. Here we go, Bulldozer, Rage and Steel. Here we go!
And you're looking at Guy Wood in Bulldozer as he begins his run. He's looking pretty strong.
Oh, this is a great race already.
Oh, great turn. Oh, great turn by Porter as well. Oh, boy. Of course, bad angle. Looks like Porter might be in the lead. Here we go to the next turn. Bad camera angles, people. I don't like this. Now we can't say good. And Rage and Steel. Yeah, Rage Steel got it. That was a ruined race with all those different camera angles. That was terrible. That race probably would have been a lot better if they didn't fuck over the cameras. So, Porter won, but we didn't really get to see how good the race was because of the bad camera angles. When are you all going to learn? You focus on the trucks. Oh my god, what a turn by Porter. Whoa! Oh, Porter struggled right there. Oh, that cost him almost. Oh boy, that was very close. Ooh, I was close to a penalty right there. Ooh.
Here's the favorite.
Man, Porter almost blew it.
Trying to get back on
Here we go, Tom Meents against Jim Jack.
Hadn't been an easy couple of weeks for him, Scott.
He's not used to this. You know, he's not used to being a whipping boy, and he's taken some beatings lately. He intends to make Jacksonville his stomping grounds tonight. Well, that means it may be a tough assignment for Jim Jack and Reptar.
Jim Jack, one of the great guys on this circuit. He's also a Florida native. Real veteran of this sport.
Right, here we go, Tom Meents, Jim Jack. And they're off! What I say about the camera angles, people, damn it.
You see Goldberg in that turn.
Oh, man, what a turn he had. And Jim Jack's going to get cooked unless he speeds it up. Up and over the air for Tom.
I'm not sure how he can see where he's going, but he gets the job done.
Here we go. Oh, Tom, a little struggle right there. And looks like he's going to get the victory. Oh, my God, 21.91. That's the best time so far. Oh, my gosh. Oh, damn it, Tom. Looking like his former self now. Oh, my God.
Tonight in Jacksonville.
He is your racing winner. So we have
2 seconds off the qualifying. I think you have a groove, mister.
Yeah, I got the groove now. You know, when you first go out there, you don't get a chance to check the track surface, you know, and I was a little off there on my guessing, and now I know what it takes, and I think I'll be all right, you know, she'll hold together.
Wow, what a great
as I was about to say, so semifinals now set. Scott Hartsock versus Harold Reynolds, teammates, that's going to be interesting. And then Gary Porter versus Tom Meents.
Drivers race
That's going to be wild.
Most impressive was Tom Meents. You cut 2 seconds off your qualifying. You have figured out how to dial in the track.
Let's go down to Dan and Scott.
All right, round 1 is in the books, and he's done for the night. What happened?
You know, it's the way they've had this new digger truck all year. It's kind of tripping.
I like how all of a sudden now it's too low volume, of course, so inconsistent.
Like Dennis does too. Works great on hard clay. You get here on the sand, the weight transfers all on the front end. And the truck's kind of like its own ice, and it does its own thing. You know, and it bit Dennis pretty bad here in the first round. You know, and like I said, you know, Dennis's setup usually works great everywhere we're at. But you know, here you need a truck that's setting back. You know, it may be a gunslinger night, and his truck's a little bit high, sets a little higher, and the front is actually higher than the back, and that weight transfers back on the rear wheels.
You're being very kind. He said it's maybe a gunslinger night. Yes, we are in Florida. However, Goldberg dropped 2 full seconds off his qualifying round. By far the biggest drop. I think he's kind of locked in.
You know, in Goldberg, which he's had good weekends every weekend, but, you know, he struggled a couple of weeks ago. So, you know, you can't ever count Tom out. And to go in there and find 2 seconds, you know, that's daylight and dark.
Guys, back to you for the semis. Have fun up there.
All right, thank you,
Yeah,
Dan.
cannot wait.
Now, the big story,
Scott Hartsock, Harold Reynolds,
as well.
Great
Digger is
Gary
not
Porter,
here.
Tom
Reynolds
Meents.
and Richhead.com's going up against Gunslinger and Goldberg the favorite.
Yeah, another turning pole knocks Dennis out. So Gunslinger goes up against Wrenchhead. Raging Steel will take on Goldberg.
Before we do that, though, let's get our...
Here we go. Reynolds versus Scott. God, Reynolds looks like so tiny in that seat. My goodness.
Yeah, it should be. You get the Ford Gunslinger. Of course, Scott Hartsock, and we've talked about how he's really generating momentum. He was the runner-up in the World Finals a year ago. He wants to take it one step further this year, and this is a key point to the season now because we're only a few weeks away from getting to Vegas. Scott Hartsock is looking good right now. He's going to be tough to beat, but hey, Harold Reynolds already pulled some shockers here in the few weeks we've seen him on.
Here we go. Scott and Reynolds. Here we go.
Drive this track a little bit different than the rest. Takes these turns with a little different philosophy.
Yeah, he's been going really conservative.
Reynolds very slow. Not a good turn. I think there's something wrong with the truck too.
A little burp in that turn for Wrenchhead. That's really good.
And Reynolds is getting cooked by Hartsock. Easy turn, and Hartsock, although he's slowing a little bit, so Hartsock wins! He's going to go to the finals! All right! Scott Hartsock is in the finals for the first time that we've seen since World Finals 1. Let's go! So let's see. Dennis, Tom, Lyle, Jay McPherson, Brian Bartle, Tony Farrell, and now Scott Hartsock. Let's go.
Slower each round. Are you just feeling things out?
Yeah, we're just kind of finessing around the corners, you know. We wanted to be a little conservative because I felt like I kind of got this thing wrapped up, you know. What it is, I mean, that sand's going away. We're getting in these corners, you can see a berm. And if you don't plant it right in that berm just right, you're going to wash up out of it, and it's going to kick the rear of the truck around. It's deja vu. It's Jacksonville. We're both in the finals here. And who knows, it might be like Florida fresh squeezed orange juice when we get done with them.
But now who will we face?
Gary Porter and
Gary Porter or Tom Meents?
He's got a true test because Tom Meents and Goldberg in the first round took 2 seconds off his qualifying time. The big question is, can he do it again, and what did he do to gain all that speed?
You know, he was the second.
He's just the GOAT. That's the simple question. Here we go.
He just has picked up so much.
Oh man, Tom looked like he just cooked on the line. Oh my God.
Watch this turn. Meents has gotten more aggressive.
Oh, Gary Porter cut very sharp, but not good camera angle because we don't know about Tom. Again, here we go with this bullshit again. Oh my God, Tom, what a turn! Although he struggled a little bit at the end right there. Oh, he's a little bit off the side. Oh, I don't know what happened to Porter right there, but Tom's going to get the easy victory. Oh my God, he got under 22 seconds again. Oh my God. So Tom's in the finals, and how about that? For the first time, well, not actually the first time, we saw him race early in the year, but we're going to have a Tom Meents Scott Hartsock finals. And how about that? Just like last year in Jacksonville, where Tom had his infamous finish where he lost the wheel and had that freestyle.
I know Scott's over there running his mouth like he always does, but I want to tell you this much. You know, anytime he races in his home state, just like me when I'm close to home, it brings a little something extra.
He said it's going to be like fresh squeezed orange juice.
Yeah, I hear him. You know what? I'm going to put a finger in the end of that gun. It won't go off. You watch.
Well, it's been laid down.
Don't you love the trash talk? But here we go. Hopefully a big matchup. Scott Hartsock and Tom Meents. Oh, man.
Chevrolet Power. It's all you want in the finals. The two
I cannot wait. My body is ready.
Qualifying first round to semis, Gunslinger got slower. The reverse of that happened right behind us. This guy got faster every single round, except going into the first round, he dropped 2 seconds. What's Gunslinger going to do in the finals to beat this guy?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I really thought earlier tonight Gunslinger, and he still got a chance. You know, maybe Tom just qualified bad tonight, and he's got the setup working good now. He's getting through these.
Yeah, Tom looked like his normal self out there again. He is dangerous on this track.
Kind of element that we've been in all year.
Scott's going to need everything to have any chance to win this race.
He's going to pull everything he's got out, but golly, this old Goldberg truck's running good.
You know, earlier today he even said, you know, these slick tires, they're going to work for me. Don't worry about it. It's all about driving. Does he know something the rest of these guys in the monster truck world do not know?
I think it's that darn confidence he has. He's probably getting an extra 200 horsepower out of all the confidence he has right now.
Everybody, lock it in. We're going to have one heck of a finals.
I cannot wait.
Dan, I absolutely agree with you. What a boost to the season it would be for Scott Hartsock and Gunslinger if he could win. And Tom Meents and Goldberg trying to get back on track. And he's been looking great here in Jacksonville.
Man, I cannot wait.
Has been set.
Hopefully Scott shows up because we need an insane finals between these two again. This old rivalry that just like died after 2000 never was the same after that year.
Welcome back to Monster Jam. We are just moments away now from our finals. Scott, any surprises with our trucks here tonight?
I think from the qualifying round, we saw that Gunslinger and Goldberg were going to be the two pointed toward the finals. Neither one of them slipped up, and they were able to get there. Of course, helped out a little bit for them that Dennis Anderson got knocked out early.
Yeah, and Dennis Anderson's penalty run is our collision decision. While you watch that, time to give you our jammer question.
We're in the state of Florida, so log on to ushra.com and tell us what 3 drivers list the state of Florida as their home who are in tonight's field. What 3 drivers from Florida in tonight's field?
Gunslinger, Repwood, Wrenchhead, too.
We're down to it now. Tom Meents and Goldberg.
Oh, man. My buddy is ready.
Run, he has really picked up.
Come on, Scott. We need you to cook here to give Tom a run for his money to get a wild race. Oh, man. I see Scott and Tom in the finals again after all the times we saw him in 2000.
He really wants it here.
Yeah, and you can see by the way he's running. I mean, it just shows you the talent. You know, yeah, Tom Meents has got a great truck, but he's shown us tonight what a great driver he is. The adjustments he's made on this difficult sandy course.
And what would it mean to the season for Scott Hartsock to pull off the win?
Well, remember last year, his win in Orlando really made the season for Scott, and he took all that momentum to Vegas and made it to the World Finals final race before losing to Goldberg. Well, he would like to make Jacksonville his launching pad this year. He's been running great tonight, but I just don't see where he can pick up 2 seconds, Mike. We'll find out.
Well, the trucks have
oh boy, here we are. Tom's already at the line. Oh man, come on, be a good race. Scott and Tom.
Tree of lights to go green.
You remember it was a couple weeks ago that we saw Brian Barthel actually pick up time.
Here we go!
To record a victory, but boy, Scott.
Oh, what air Scott got there! But here we go, into the turn.
As you saw for Gunslinger, and he looks smooth.
Oh, great turn here! But you're gonna need a whole bunch to beat Tom. Bad camera angles again. I have no idea who's leading. Here we go, into the final turn. Tom had an incredible turn. He got to us a little bit. Oh boy! Here we go for foul jump, and Tom's gonna get it. Oh, what a race that was! But Tom got in the end. Tom defended his race and win, and kept it up again against Scott. Oh man, Scott looked great on that pass on that final turn, which we didn't get to see. Oh man, just not enough to beat Tom. As Tom wins race in his first win, God, since freaking New Orleans. Oh, what a race that was. There's High Roller, the promo, concept art of it.
I knew he'd be tough, you know. I mean, that might have been my problem lately. I've been getting a little too relaxed before the finals because I've been fast. And tonight I thought, well, Tom, you better just let it hang out tonight a little more than calming down, you know.
Let's freaking go!
A little calmer out there. I almost need to wake myself up sometimes.
What a race by Tom.
4 runs tonight.
Thanks a lot, Dan. Woo!
Well, kind of fired up about it, and he has a right to be, but it was not a bad night at all for Scott Hartsock and Gunslinger.
All right, the corner behind us seemed to be where you lost it.
Yeah, you know, the truck went into a little bobble there, and other than that, man, it was screaming through there. What was it, like a tenth of a second we lost it by? Caught some major air over that yellow lane. You know, Tom put us in a different lane to begin with, which is only right. But, you know, I'm happy for the old Mega Power Car Care Products Gunslinger for going to the finals. You know, we've had a monkey on our back, slinging drive shafts, breaking transmissions. Looks like we got that all taken care of. So next weekend, we got freestyle. Then we go to Pontiac, Michigan. Man, hopefully we can take it there. And then Las Vegas, the World Finals will be there.
Yep. Next week, the final event of the season, Pontiac, but we still got Jacksonville to still go through. Oh, man. Great event that was so far. It was nice seeing Scott make the finals. It's nice seeing someone other than Dennis and Tom doing good again for once, too.
Off his back, he's back in the winner's circle, back on the victory stage, and he is getting that late season momentum going to try and defend his world championship.
He thought he had it all figured out. But we see
we thought Dennis was finally starting to get number 14 right again, but it looks like not. Again, like I said before, should have stuck with 12 all year. You saw how well he was doing in 12, other than the fuck up in Minneapolis. He should have stayed in 12 all year, then debuted 14 in 2002.
Medusa getting 97 points, again qualifying figures into that as well. Now in the season, it's been a Goldberg kind of year. He's got a 1,000-point lead over Gravedigger in the monster truck racing points.
And I like the fact that Bulldozer's now in third place with a strong showing here tonight in those points.
All right.
What a night it is.
So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up here. Monster Jam 2001 Jacksonville Racing. Scott got the one qualifier, but Tom got the racing win. Really good racing result that was. And now off to freestyle. So see you all for freestyle.